We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds.
Dreamaholics, great to see you, great to see you. Remember, a dreamaholic is somebody that is completely dedicated to making their passions and dreams become a tangible reality. Here we are, New Year's Eve in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Oh my God, yes, it's beautiful. Getting ready to ring in 2024. Want to drop this real, incredible, powerful tip that can help you to make 2024 your best year yet. Somebody says, "Whoa, big tip. What's this?" No, oh my goodness, you got me all excited here. Believe it or not, and I'm going to walk you through this, so just bear with me, but gratitude. Somebody says, "Oh my God, Noel, you got to be kidding me. You got me all excited. You want to talk to me about gratitude? Just some hokey stuff." No. Just listen. Just track with me. Gratitude has a bona fide force. It's energy, vibration, and attraction. And it's been said that when you are in a state of gratitude, that you are in direct harmony with the mind of God. And I just want to explain to you the impacts of gratitude in terms of what also begins to show up for you. Because if you've been watching any of my other videos, you know already that success in life and getting the things that you want and achieving the things you want, it's not just a physical exercise. There is a spiritual or energetic element to achievement. And gratitude is a reason why if you go in any self-help section of any bookstore or go online, look up all the different self-help books, all of them, the big ones all talk about or touch on gratitude. So I'm going to explain. Well, first of all, let me tell you a little story. I remember I was in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. I was at this mall called Square One. And there was this lady was begging for money, right? And so I put a toonie in her hand. A toonie is like a $2. Well, we don't have the bills in Canada, so it's toonies, like this little coin. So we have this little coin called a toonie. And so I put a toonie in her hand. She looks down at the toonie, looks back at me, looks down at the toonie, looks back at me, and she's like, "That it?" And I was like, "Huh? And then give me back my toonie." Shit. You know what I mean? It's not like you earned it. Go get a job. Go do something. Go create some value. My God. You understand what do you think my feeling was about her? Ungrateful, right? That's what I'm thinking. And so as she was ungrateful with what I gave her, to me, it was like it didn't inspire anything in me to want to give her. And sometimes it makes you wonder why you give it all. Sometimes, you know what I mean. And so one person who gives you a bad attitude when you're trying to do them a favor, trying to do something that's nice, it turns you off from giving to other people. Because sometimes you're like, "Hey man, never again, man. I put my heart, my soul. I gave, I did, and I helped. And this is what I get in return." My God, not even a thank you. Come on, man. Like that. You know how that feels, right? Well, I want you to think about this. When we complain about our situations in life, when we're complaining constantly about our situation, after everything that God has given us, how do you think it makes God feel? I'll let that sink in for a second. It's right. And this is something that's so powerful because a lot of times if you find yourself complaining about something, you can't be complaining and giving thanks at the same time. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because gratitude and complaining are two mutually exclusive things, because in complaining, you're talking about what you don't have, what's not happening for you, and all the negatives. But when you're talking about what you're grateful for, all of a sudden now you're in a space of, you know what I mean? You're in a different energy. But when you talk, because you're in have energy, because you're talking about what you do have, what is good for you, what is happening for you, what is good in your life. And those are two different frequencies. Those are two different energies that you're emitting. Okay. Now, just as the one example, have you ever noticed that when you are, let's say you were single and you were dating, that sometimes it could be real dry out there? You're trying to meet people. It's like an oasis. I mean, it's like a desert. Can't meet. It's very difficult. And then you meet somebody and you make a commitment to this person. Then all of a sudden, all of these options become available. Ever notice that? You're like, where were you 2 weeks ago? I just signed the contract, right? So what happens? You're no longer putting out want energy. You're putting out have energy. And because you're already in a space of being internally satisfied and grateful and happy with what you've got, now all of a sudden, more is going to come towards you because the haves will have more. The have-nots will have less. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I guess, and so that's just one example. Have you ever noticed that when you have a lot of money, that you always seem to get different breaks when it comes to money? More money just seems to come to you easier. But when you're broke and you're struggling and you're desperate and you're fighting and you're this and that, that money doesn't seem to come to you with the same level of with the same level of pace. You ever notice that? Like it's right, because when you're in have energy, that I already have it like this, then you're in a state of gratitude for having, you're at that peace for having it. Then all of a sudden you have more because energetically you're in a have space. When you get into the mind of gratitude, you get into having space. So whether you had somebody that was in your life or not, let's say you didn't have somebody right now and you're like, well, how can I express gratitude? I'm grateful that I am in a space where I'm ready to receive it. I'm grateful to even have another day on this planet so that I can have an opportunity to meet somebody that's my soulmate. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, because you're starting to emit have energy. When you put out have energy, you begin to attract more of that. Gratitude's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. When you're in a situation where, let's just say your financial situation is a little bit touchy, like this, and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this bill and the stress? You know what? I am grateful that God gave me the ability and the mind power where if I had to go and shovel driveways, cut grass, I just always a way for me to make money. And God always at the end, even if it's at the 11th hour, comes through. And Father God, thank you for all the things you have given me. Thank you for the chance to even be alive, to have an opportunity to go create something that's new. Soon as you start getting into that mindset, all of a sudden, things start happening. Things begin to start showing up. I want you to put this theory to the test in 2024. I'm telling you that over the years, I've been coaching people for almost over 12 years. And I got story after story after story after story after story. Gratitude is where it starts. Enter 2024 with a grateful spirit, a grateful heart. We're not going to be complaining about it, and because complaining is focusing on the things that we don't have. We're going to give gratitude, and we're going to focus on the good things that we do have. And as we are in having energy, we will have more. God is going to continue to bless and add upon us. Sometimes it'll come from places that you least expect it. But like somebody says, this sounds hokey, Noel. Okay, well, fine. Just give it a try. Give gratitude a 30-day try. Like it's where you are just each day you're going to wake up talking about what you're grateful for, and you're not going to allow yourself to get into that space of complaining about your situation or people around you or whatever the case, whatever you're complaining about. You're going to put that to the side. You're going to say, okay, well, what's good in the situation, and what could even be better about the situation, and what could I do to make this thing better, or who could I enlist to help me make the situation better? Are you getting what I'm saying? Like this, so it's a different energy, it's a different frequency that's going to attract a different reality, different result. Give this a try in romance, finance, health, whatever it happens to be. Like it's be in a state of gratitude, because I'll tell you one thing, the only people that don't have problems are 6 feet underground. The fact that you're with me ringing in this new year, and like I said, and are here being able to watch this, that in and of itself is something to be grateful for. I'm alive. And as long as I'm alive, I have a chance. Put the gratitude challenge on a 30-day test and let me know what comes out from this. I hope that you found the use in this. Happy New Year. Let's go. Let's make 2024 your best year yet. May God bless you. And let's continue to grow together.
We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds.